welcome. I'm Lynn Briggs. I have the pleasure of being the officiant at this wedding. I've known Jeff and Gerard from the beginning of their relationship, and Gerard since high school. Before we begin, can I ask you to turn off all those devices? We have mic'd folks here, and it'll be broadcast all over. So turn off your phones, your watches, your pagers. It'll be about 30 minutes without contacting the outside world.
Oh,
I have confidence in us. Jeff and Gerard would like to begin this ceremony with something that's called a ring warming, that the two of them observed at Kevin and Brian's wedding. Traditions are begun when people experience things with others dear to them. So Rick and Joseph will hand rings to people in the back rows while our Spa City duo plays 1,000 Years by Ed Sheeran, and you will quickly pass the rings through, but having a good thought for Jeff and Gerard's union as it goes by. And then Rick and Joseph will pick them up and hold tightly to them until it's time. So, would you distribute the rings?
Oh.
It is often the case that people who love each other have similar tastes in art. With regard to the rings, the inscriptions inside, so you won't have to look at them, I'm going to tell you what they are. The inscriptions are of each other's names and the numbers 1, 4, 3. On the back of your program, you will see a reference to what those things mean. And those meanings will be inscribed next to their skin for the rest of their lives, reminding them of how much they are loved and of their shared commitment to a life together. family, by your presence, you celebrate with Jeffrey and Gerard the love they have discovered in each other. And you support their decision to commit themselves to one another for the rest of their lives. The greatest happiness of life is the conviction that we are loved for ourselves. If there's anything better than being loved, it's loving. This evening, we are here to celebrate love. We come together to witness and proclaim the joining together of these two men in marriage. God is love, and all who live in love live in God, and God lives in them. And as we live in God, our love grows more perfect. Therefore, marriage is not to be entered into lightly, but reverently, honestly, and deliberately. And it is into this union that Jeffrey and Gerard come now to be joined. I would ask you all to turn to the prayer of St. Francis in your programs. St. Francis is the model of selfless compassion. As we meet tonight, let us pray that we become members of a community to support Jeff and Gerard in the spirit of St. Francis. The prayer of St. Francis. Lord,
make us instruments of your peace. Where there is hatred, let us sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. And where there is sadness, joy. O divine Master, grant that we may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive, it is in pardoning that we are pardoned, and it is in dying that we are born to eternal life. Amen.
The force, please be seated. The force of the union of two souls crosses cultural boundaries. As we listen to these readings, let us reflect on our own loved ones, friends, spouses, family, and how their relationships buoy us in challenging times and heighten our joy in the serendipitous moments. The first reading will be by Lori Ercolini, the person who introduced Jeff and Gerard.
This reading is known as the Apache Blessing. Now you will feel no rain, for each of you will shelter for the other. Now you will feel no cold, for each of you will be warmth to the other. Now you will feel no cold, for now there will be no loneliness, for each of you are the companion to the other. You are two bodies, but there is one life before you. When evening falls, you'll look up and you will be there for each other. You'll take each other's hand and turn together to look at the road you have traveled to reach this day. It stretches behind you, even as the future lies ahead. The long and winding road whose every turn means discovery. May beauty surround you both in the journey ahead and through all the years. May happiness be your companion and your days together be good and long upon the earth.
Thank you. Not all of those Jeff and Gerard love and were loved by still walk the earth. We know, though, that they have given love that has brought the couple's love into being. Let us now reflect for a moment on those people now past who have been significant in Jeff and Gerard's life, as well as those in your own life who you love and miss. Jeff and Gerard would like to acknowledge loved ones family and friends who are no longer with us physically, but whose loving presence, guidance, and spirits are with us today and always, especially Gerard's present parents, Frederick H. and Gertrude D. Clauser, Gerard's brothers, James and Michael Clauser, Gerard's uncle and aunt, Richard and Dorothy Clauser, Jeff's grandparents, Harold and Ida Loman, Jeff's uncles, Holly, Dave, Ray, Thomas, Richard, and his godfather Frank, and his aunt Carolyn. Dear friends of Jeff and Gerard, Donna and Jay Farman, John Lacqua, Catherine Hogan, and Celia O'Shea. They and all those friends and family will remain in their hearts forever. Next reading is frequently used, and we may think that we know and understand it. However, I ask you to listen carefully and allow yourselves to be surprised at the relevance that it has at the wedding of our beloved couple. Mary Darling will read from Corinthians.
If I speak in human and angelic tongues, but do not have love, I am a resounding gong or a clashing cymbal. And if I have the gift of prophecy and comprehend all mysteries and all knowledge, if I have all faith so as to move mountains, but do not have love, I am nothing. If I give away everything I own, and if I hand my body over so that I may boast, but do not have love, I gain nothing. Love is patient, love is kind. It is not jealous, it does not boast, it is not proud. It is not rude, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. And so these three remain, faith, hope, and love, but the greatest of these is love.
Thank you. We now enter into the expression of intent. Grooms, I will ask you a series of questions to which, if you are serious and committed, you will respond. I will. Jeffrey, you have chosen Gerard to be your husband and life partner. Will you love and respect him?
I will.
Will you be honest with him always?
I will.
Will you stand by him through whatever may come?
I will.
Gerard, you have chosen Jeffrey to be your husband and life partner. Will you love and respect him?
I will.
Will you be honest with him always?
I will.
Will you stand by him through whatever may come.
I will.
And do you both promise to make the necessary adjustments in your personal lives in order that you may live in a harmonious relationship together?
We will.
I will ask now that family and friends also join in an affirmation. In the spirit of joy and affirmation, I want to ask the family and friends a question. The appropriate. Is we do. The question is, do you, the family and friends of Jeffrey and Gerard, give them your blessing and support this day, wishing them a continued wonderful life together?
We do.
Thank you.
Jeffrey and Gerard, now come the vows. May I remind you that saying the vows is one thing, but living them day to day is more of a challenge. What you promise today must be renewed tomorrow and each day that stretches out before you. Please face each other and take each other's hands so that you may see the gift that they are to you. These are the hands of your best friend, strong and full of love. They're holding yours on your wedding day as you promise to love each other today, tomorrow, and forever. These are the hands that will passionately love you and cherish you through the years, and with the slightest touch will comfort you like no other. These are the hands that will give you strength when you need it, support and encouragement to fulfill your dreams, and comfort in difficult times. And lastly, these are the hands that even years from now will still be reaching for yours, still giving you the same unspoken tenderness with just one touch. Gerard, please repeat after me. In the presence of God and our family and friends,
In the presence of God
and our family and friends,
and friends,
I, Gerard, choose you, Jeffrey,
I, Gerard, choose you, Jeffrey,
to be my husband,
to be my husband,
to have and to hold
to have and to hold
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better or for worse,
for better or for worse,
for richer or poorer,
for richer or poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
in joy and in sorrow,
in joy and in sorrow,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
and to be faithful to you all the days of my life.
and to be faithful to you all the days of my life.
This is my solemn vow.
This is my solemn vow.
Now, Jeffrey, please repeat after me. In the presence of God and our family and friends,
In the presence of God and our family and friends,
I, Jeffrey, choose you, Gerard,
I, Jeffrey, choose you, Gerard,
to be my husband,
to be my husband,
to have and to hold
to have and to hold
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better or for worse,
for better or for worse,
for richer or poorer,
for richer or poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
in joy and in sorrow,
in joy and in sorrow,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
and to be faithful to you all the days of my life.
and to be faithful to you all the days of my life.
This is my solemn vow.
This is my solemn vow.
Best men, will you give the rings to your respective groom? Let these rings forever be a symbol of the unbroken circle of love. Love freely given has no beginning and no end. Love freely given has no receiver and no giver, for each is the giver and the receiver. May these rings remind you always of the vows that you have taken here today and of God's eternal love, which is given abundantly to us all. Gerard, repeat after me. I give you this ring.
I give this,
I give you this ring as a symbol of my love for you.
I give you this ring as a symbol of my love for you.
When you look at this ring,
When you look at this ring,
remember that I love you always.
remember that I love you always.
Jeffrey. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol of my love for
as a
you.
symbol of my love for you.
When you look at this
When you
ring,
look at this ring,
remember that I love you always.
remember that I love you always. And you'll never get it off.
I now invite Brother Michael Harlan, OFM, to bless this marriage.
Let us pray. May Jeff and Gerard, who wear these rings, live in love all their days. May the love which has brought them together continue to grow and enrich their lives. May they continue to meet with patience and courage any problems which may arise to challenge them. May their relationship always be one of love, mutual understanding, and trust. May the happiness they share today remain with them always. And may everything they have said and done here today remain a living truth in their lives. Let us all raise our hands over Jeff and Gerard, and with our blessing, which is in the program, we'll recite together. May God bless you and keep you. May God's face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May God bless you all the days of your life and grant you peace. Amen.
Thank you. Jeffrey and Gerard, we have heard you promise to share your lives in marriage. We recognize and respect the covenant you have made here this day before God and each of us as witnesses. Therefore, in the honesty and sincerity of what you have said and done here today, and by the power vested in me by the state of New York, it is my honor and delight to declare you married, husbands in life and partners for life. You may kiss your husband. A moment of housekeeping. Will immediate family file out and go stand by the fireplace in the lobby for as long as it takes? For some photographs, we will first be spending some time signing the marriage certificate. And the rest of you move to the portico. For cocktails. Not just to get out of the way. This is the moment at wish to take out your phone and take a photo. I announce to you Jeffrey and Gerard as a newly married couple.